And I think the big thing here that I would call out is that I think businesses like historically or recently have really been focused on structured data, like getting their reporting KPIs into some sort of format that humans can do something with. And this is absolutely essential to be able to run your business and to be able to scale it, is to like understand it. But the structured data is really structured for human consumption, and AI also needs structured data, but I think there's a lot more stuff that we have really just like not paid attention to because it couldn't really be structured for our consumption. And that is the place where I think that businesses should start like thinking about how to capture that stuff.
Would you say that people need to figure out a way to give AI the opportunity to manage by walking around? I mean, is that the
Yes.
yeah, so they can kind of see what's going on. Yeah.
Yes. I think
Okay.
yeah, Greg, I think it's a really good way of articulating
And these are
articulating.
some great, yeah, these are some great example. Crew notes, job site photos, chat histories, raw customer feedback, something that none of us would ever want to like plow through. But back to the
Yes.
earlier slide of the guy or the gal with a 1600 SAT that can, read in a million words per minute, right?
Yeah.
It's nothing for them.
Right. Yeah. And they can like make the connections between stuff that's like in a chat history and a job site and a customer experience and crew notes and the hours worked and like, all this triangulation of different stuff that if you're just looking at the things that are ending up on your dashboard, that is essential to run your business. But there's just so much more potential to optimize it and build it by capturing all the other stuff.
Right.
And so that's the thing that I really want people to start thinking about is how, because the problem is like you can't necessarily, for all this stuff, you can't go back in time and capture it if it's not structured somewhere. Like a job site, uh, you have the project, you finish it, you move on. You might have some stuff like all of the financial and operational stuff that lives in Aspire, or some feedback on Google reviews or something like that. But there's so much more that exists out there that could provide context into why were the hours, the actuals, so much more than the budget, and why is this happening across like so many different situations, and just figuring out all this stuff that's really hard for people to interpret is much easier for AI.
Right. One of the things that we've started doing, and I think this is relevant, this is an action that people could on the call could take, is don't worry about so much about what you're going to do with it. Just get it and put it all in one place, because you don't have to structure it for AI to use it, right?
Yeah.
And so we've just started accumulating some things that we think are important that will feed these models, uh, uh, and we're not doing anything with them right now. We're not feeding any models, but we're just accumulating it, because the time, you can't go back in time, like you said,
Right.
and get it. So start capturing it now, figure out what to do with it later, and
Right.
it's cheap to store it.
Yeah. Exactly.